Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. As you guys can see, I am in my new casa. We just moved, and honestly, it's pretty sweet. A lot of cool things. We have a lot more space now, which is awesome. We have no hot water, which is not awesome. So we're going to try and not freeze in our showers and hopefully have that changed at some time. But today I'm coming at you guys with the news updates for Wednesday. There are some really cool things on the horizon, some questionable things on the horizon, but that being said, I'm just going to get into the notices here, and I'm just going to start going through everything one thing at a time. Alright, so first things first. There is a new banner featuring Glenn and Matt. We had already predicted that Glenn was going to get a banner this week for the Guild War. Alright, so here it is. Let's go down and take a look. Also, there's something here because I did go to the general missions to try and find the Glenn wallpaper, and I couldn't find it. So at first I was like literally ready to like burn down the world because like the lack of wallpapers on limited banners is one thing, but I'm not ready for that to start happening on regular featured banners. But it does look like, in addition, a new mission where you can acquire a new wallpaper has been introduced. Alright, so it does look like you can get the wallpaper from a mission this time. I'm not sure if this is something that's changing in the future when it comes to Ever Crisis. I guess that we will just have to wait and see. So let's go down and check this out. Alright, new weapons. This is for Glenn, so for all you Glenn fans out there, honestly the costume looks pretty freaking awesome. So I think you guys will be pretty psyched on this. Alright, so Blade of Ruin, command ability, 4 ATB cost. Alright, the axe looks pretty freaking awesome, right? Alright, so command ability, Frost Slash. We already knew this was going to be ice physical, and it is. Inflicts up to 940% physical ice damage upon a single enemy. Grants caster provoke and increases the command gauge. Okay, it feels like they kind of rolled a dice, and on every side of the die they had different abilities in the game, and it came up with these two super random choices, provoke and command gauge. I'm guessing the new Guild War boss is going to have some type of ability like Dread, which is the ability of the Geen attack, which drastically or basically reduces the rate at which the command gauge fills, right? So it does look like that is going to be a thing in this Guild War. It does look like they put this in here because I know a lot of people already have really strong ice physical characters, right? There's Tifa, who I think is #1 right now, even over Cloud. But then Cloud is definitely a strong second. So it does look like this is a push to, you know, influence people to pull more for this banner. Now the provoke, I get that increases the command gauge, right? That one's alright. The boss mechanic has something to do with that. That kind of makes sense. Provoke literally makes no sense to me. Why would you want provoke on a DPS? Now I'm guessing, I looked at his costume. We'll take a look at it here in a second. It is kind of a tankier costume, but in my opinion, Glenn is never in no way, shape, or form going to actually be replacing Angeal as a tank, and he's probably going to be just tanky enough for this fight. So it does look like this is extremely focused on Guild War #7. Just interesting choices here, guys. Interesting choices, right? So let's go down. Then we have the Nautilus Spiral for Matt. 3 ATB cost. Diamond Sigil Break on it, alright? So he finally gets an upgraded Diamond Sigil Break. Before this, he had the Bahamut's Rapier, alright, which is a free weapon. And this is going to inflict up to 420% physical non-elemental damage upon a single enemy, plus drastically reduce the target's ice resistance. And when caster's HP is 50% or more, also drastically reduces lightning resistance. Interesting weapon. I'm guessing that the targeted team for this Guild War is going to be Glenn, Sid, and Matt now, I suppose. Not really sure. bit strange, but it is nice to see Matt getting some love. I've always loved Matt as a character. I think that he's a great character, and it's good to see him getting something. I mean, he did get the last Guild War. Actually, he got the weapon in Guild War 6 as well. Not sure how useful this is going to be in this Guild War, actually. I feel like Aerith is still going to be in there, so we'll just have to see. All right, now here's the weapon, all right? Training Garb of Ruin. And honestly, I think it looks sick. I really think it looks cool. The axe looks super cool. You know, I'm all for it. First, our ability, Beads of Protection, which is a new one. This is going to boost his HP and boost his physical and magic defense. So very, very more solid based off the bat in this costume. And then, of course, a Frostblade Arcanum. So all around, great costume, guys. I'm going to take a closer look at this in my to pull or not to pull video, where I'm going to go into more detail on this stuff. But just so you guys know, there was, and I'm going to do this in this video, there is a huge drop on the official X page for Ever Crisis regarding the Rebirth crossover, which is incoming, guys. So there is as of right now, a ton of stuff on the horizon, and it looks like up through the end of March, like 90% of the banners this year will be limited. So unless for some reason they don't make the Rebirth crossover banners limited, which I think 100% they will, which is absolutely insane. So I'm just like trying to catch up with the choices of Applebot these days. All right, and then we have, of course, Tifa's ultimate weapon, which is also featured on this banner. Okay, here is the wallpaper right here, which I could not find, but it does look pretty sick. It's like Glenn sitting in front of the head of a Buddha, I believe. He's not smiling, though, so is it Buddha? Anyways, guys. All right, so let's go back. All right, we're going to get through this. Guild ranking, guild ranking, guild battle, numero 7 on now. All right? So let's go down. I don't think there's really any information here that we don't already know. I will say that Sephiroth and Nanaki are the featured characters in the armory from what I understand. And it does look like, okay, the ice element is effective against Gi Garog. Pretty cool boss. I remember fighting this dude, I believe, in the story. I think we fought this dude in Rebirth, if I remember correctly. All right, so here we go. Tips for conquest, guys, because all of us want to conquer, am I right? The boss uses a lot of powerful physical and magical abilities. Curse of the Gi inflicts physical attack down, magic attack down, dread, and block recovery. Not sure what this is. So if you guys know what this is, please let me know, or maybe I'm just blanking. Upon all targets and reduces command gauge. It reduces the command gauge. Ooh, so it doesn't just slow it down, because normally Dread just reduces the rate at which it increases throughout the battle, but once you hit max, it basically wears off. This looks like it's going to constantly be reducing the command gauge, which, not gonna lie, sounds like a major pain in the butt, guys. Alright, Anguished Thrashing. Wow. So this dude gets real pissed and then throws a temper tantrum. Removes many buffs. Guys, it removes many buffs of targets. We don't know how many buffs, but it's many. All right. Then we have Soul Ache Fire. Drastically reduces the command gauge of all targets. My gosh, this dude is, oh god, he's making my life so brutal. I was like, you know what? I'm going to run Cloud. He's ice physical. I love Cloud. I want him to be in the Guild War. And they're just like, Ryder, no. We're just going to shut you down right here and now. How do we do it? Command gauge. Give it to Glenn. All right, I'm still not pulling for Glenn. It did not work. All right, ice abilities are extremely effective. They're not just effective, guys. They're extremely effective. Furthermore, as powerful single attacks are used, protecting with provoke is effective. Powerful single attacks are used. Curse of the Gi on all targets. Anguished Thrashing removes many buffs of targets. Soul Ache Fire drastically reduces the command gauge of all targets. As far as I know, there's not a single attack on this dude so far. So, I guess we're just gonna find out. We're gonna find out, guys. It's gonna be interesting. All right, so here we go. The next level of the critical threat Stilva Hunt update. I'm guessing the crash is here. I wish they would not put the crash during the week of Guild War. I feel like this is just bad timing. I feel like the perfect time for the first week before a crash, like when we only have EX2, is during the Guild War, and then have the crash come after the Guild War, so that you're not just double stacking all these things right here. It just feels like strange. All right, so as of January 22nd, new stages, including a new ultra hard stage crash battle, have been added to the ongoing critical threat Stilva Hunt. So that should be pretty fun. Definitely going to be checking that out at some point in time, though I will say, guys, it's getting incrementally harder and harder as the game goes on for me to clear these crashes, right? So anyway, we'll have to see how it goes. And here is the news of the day. Crazy announcement right here. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Crossover Countdown campaign on now. All right, and we're gonna go over to the X page. We're gonna watch the new video. We're gonna check it out. All right, so pretty crazy, because this is basically telling everyone, hey guys, don't pull on anything, because Rebirth Crossover's on the horizon, 1.5 year anniversary is on the horizon, everything's going to be absolutely limited. So yeah. Alright, so here we go. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Crossover Countdown. Complete certain missions during the period to get a total of Crossover Countdown medal times 60. No idea what these are for. Let's try and find out. Alright. Log in during the period to get a total of Crossover Countdown medal times 130. Alright. That can be exchanged for New Year Limit Break Special Draw tickets. Alright. These guys, they really love their names, guys. They really love them. Right? Now, I'm just going to reiterate, these New Year Limit Break Special Draw tickets, guys, they are not for a limited banner. They're just these special tickets that you can use at the bottom of the ticket selection. I feel like they were pretty good, but I don't think they should be putting Limit Break in there. I feel like it's a bit misleading, right? Makes it seem like it's just a tad bit better than they might actually be. All right, so let's go down. At the Rebirth Crossover Countdown Exchange, it is possible to exchange for rewards such as New Year. Well, I'm not going to say that again. Please note that not all items in the exchange will be obtainable with 190 medals. Okay. Interesting. So there's going to be... So apparently we can get up to 190 medals, but there's going to be things in there that we can't get with 190 medals, meaning there's going to be these special medals in the shop as well. They better not put a frickin' reskinned, recolored costume in there that has absolutely random stats on it. All right? All right, so let's jump back now. All right, guys, so I'm going to jump over to the Twitter page right here, and we are going to watch the new Rebirth crossover video. Ooh, there's a bunch of stuff right here. Oh, wait. All right, so let's first take a look at this. All right, so, guys, here we go. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth crossover schedule. Let me just say, so bummed that Cloud is not here. Where is Cloud? I've been waiting for Cloud in his Loveless play costume, like, since the first Rebirth crossover 1 year prior. Now, there could be more to this than this, or they could be saving Cloud for the Final Fantasy VII third piece, right, where they do another crossover whenever the third part of the game comes out, because I guess they would have nothing left if they incorporated Cloud now, so, you know, maybe they're saving him for later. Of course, Aerith is here with her Loveless Songstress. Absolutely really want this costume. Yuffie looks freaking awesome too. So Aerith is going to come 1 week from today, guys, January 29th. Yuffie is going to drop on February 5th, and Barrett in his absolutely freaking epic costume from the Loveless play is dropping on February 12th, and I'm guessing with his ultimate weapon, or his ultimate weapon will be also available on Yuffie's banner, or maybe even Aerith, since at the very end of the month, right? So, like, one part of me is like, oh, I'm so psyched right now, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Then the other part of me is like, what is wrong with you? They're doing 2 months of back-to-back banners. Like, we've literally had, like, how many have we? Is Glenn the first non-limited banner of the year? I feel like there was one other one, but that's just like, this is just getting out of control. Like, I remember when this game started, guys, and oh my gosh, I don't think we saw one limited banner in the first 6 months up until the 1.5 year anniversary. There might have been one in there, and now it's like 90% of the first 3 months of the year are limited banners. Like, I'm literally at a loss of words. Like, absolutely crazy. I mean, like, I could see, like, before last year when they did the 1.5 year anniversary, they dropped the crossover banner right before it, but it was just one banner, right? It was Tifa and Red 13. That was it. This is 3 different banners. They're literally spanning the entire month of February. So, like, as awesome as this is, it's also like, what the F is going on right now? Like, I don't even, like, crazy. But for all you guys that are going to be able to pull on all these banners, like, congrats, because they're super sick. But I personally am a little bit screwed, just a tiny bit. But I'm going to do my best to, like, manage resources through the next 2 months, and it's going to be a horrendous task for not just me, but I'm guessing a lot of you guys out there. All right, so that being said, though, I mean, they look amazing. These banners are obviously going to be awesome, right? All right, so let's go back. Let's watch this video, okay? Let's check this out.
ここは血と歯車によって組み上げられた機械都市ガルディアでございます。このガルディアという巨大な獣は周囲の都市を侵略し、揺さぼり食らい、さらに大きく強くなろうとしておりました。そんな戦争の狂乱に巻き込まれた青年が一人。彼の名はアルフリード。
Oh, he looks so sick.
英雄になることを願い、戦いに身を投じたものの、今はこのように囚われの身でございます。
Oh, that costume is so dope. Oh, I'm so conflicted in my heart right now. Thank God I already have the Red 13 one. She looks beautiful. Let's be real. Whew, and she's using a spear. Let's frickin' go. Looks like Water Arcanum for Yuffie. Dude, he looks insane. Holy frickin' smokes, guys. I'm gonna go back and see if we can try and figure out what these are. Can we? Looks like fire for Barret. Alright, there's fire. What about Aerith? Where was Aerith? That looks like a great heal or something crazy. So it looks like some kind of heal for Aerith, support ability. Yuffie looks like a Water Arcanum, and Barret looks like some type of fire damage. I feel like Barrett's probably not going to get a DPS costume, but I suppose that could change. Man, this is definitely going to be the coolest costume Barrett's ever had in the game. So for all you huge Barret fans out there, like, this is his moment. This is his time to shine. All right, so crazy, guys. Insane what was coming out today. All right, so there's no shop here, I suppose, or maybe it just didn't update yet. Sometimes it does that. And I can't take a look at the banner yet because sometimes this game is super weird. So I guess you guys are just going to have to wait until I do my to pull or not to pull video in order to check out Glenn's banner. That being said, super curious to hear all your guys' thoughts on this. All right, so everything from Glenn's banner to the Rebirth crossover, I'm curious to hear everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.